We all had a character we wanted in Smash Bros, and a lot of them were super unrealistic. There were characters like Goku, Shrek, Minecraft Steve, and Naruto that were complete jokes and had no chance of getting in. But with the newest edition of Joker from Persona 5 being added into Smash this spring, it makes room for many unexpected characters that we won't see coming in the future. It gives me hope that this character gets added, and it's a pretty good character, but the character I personally want in Smash Bros. Is Scout from Valve's Team Fortress 2. Scout's main gimmick in TF2 is his agility and movement. Scout is the fastest runner out of all the mercenaries in TF2, meaning he should be really fast, but not too fast. A perfect speed for him would be one similar to Captain Falcon's, where he is above average in speed, but some characters are still way faster than him. I also think that another cool ability that Scout could have is a triple jump. Most characters are defaulted to having two jumps, one from off the ground and one in the air. There are a select few characters, though, that do have multiple jumps, and I think Scout should be able to join them if he ever was added into Smash. The main reason Scout would have this triple jump is because of his weapon, the Atomizer. The Atomizer is a bat that can be equipped into his loadout, that when it is, it gives him a third jump, allowing him to jump once off the ground and twice in the air. I think the last thing that should be put onto Scout for overall abilities is a height meter right by his percentage. Smash Ultimate has this new HUD for certain characters displaying important info, like charge meters, stored items, and more. Scout should get one of his own, which is a height meter for when he equips the Soda Popper in TF2. The way it works is you deal damage to enemies, and as you deal damage, the height meter fills up over time. Once the height meter is full, you get multiple jumps, about 5 or 6, that you can use, which would greatly boost his recovery. But I also think there should be a time limit for when you use it. Similar to Cloud's limit charge, I think it should be about 15 seconds until the height meter expires, then you can't use it ever again. So I think it should be something that you have to use or you don't get to use it at all. But it's definitely something good that could change the tides for Scouts in certain battles. In general, I think Scout's main abilities in Smash Ultimate and any unique things added to him should really reflect his agility and fast movement like he is from Team Fortress 2. When choosing a special move for a character, it needs to be something that easily represents them and the game they come from. This should be kept in mind for Scout's special moves if he was ever implemented into Smash. Scout's neutral special would be the Criticola. The Criticola in TF2 is a purple can that Scout can drink, which gives them mini-crits for about 5 to 6 seconds. A mini-crit is when you deal a larger amount of damage than you normally would do. This can turn the tides for firefights you are in against other people. The drink can only be consumed once before having to charge back up on its own with a meter. After dealing one mini-crit as Scout though, you get marked for death, which makes it so all damage done to you are now mini-crits. It's a pretty good high-risk, high-reward tool in general. The way this would work in Smash is similar to Shulk's Buster Monado, where he deals more damage, but also gets more damage done to him. Of course, with the Criticola being put in, there would also need to be a bar right by his Scout's damage meter added as like another HUD. Scout's side special would be a Sandman. When the Scout equips the Sandman, he gains his extra ability to hit a rechargeable ball at opponents. If he hits the opponent with the ball will slow him down for about 1 or 2 seconds. As it is in TF2, it would work in the same way in Smash Bros, except if the opponent got too close, instead of hitting the ball, he would hit the opponent with the bat. Simple enough. Scout's down B would be the activation button to use the height meter and gain multiple jumps. If the height meter isn't full yet, he would shoot his Soda Popper at his opponent, which is a close-range weapon, and it wouldn't deal much damage until someone is really close to him. And last but not least, Scout's up B, or his recovery, would be him shooting the Force of Nature downwards. When Scout shoots the Force of Nature in the air, he gains a little boost in momentum and speed depending on the direction he shoots. Not only that, but if he shoots it at someone close enough, he pushes them back as well. I think with that detail, Scout should not only shoot it downwards and gain a little boost in height, but also have a meteor hitbox for when opponents are really close to him when he uses this. These are what I think should be Scout's special moves because they look and behave like special moves, as well as being basic and well-known things that Scout has in his arsenal. For Scout's jab and tilt moves, it would just be him using his bat. I have looked through a lot of footage and I couldn't really find anything for where he uses his bat in a way that resembles a jab or a tilt attack. For Scout's smash attacks on the other hand, his forward smash would be him charging up and swinging the bat, similar to how Ness does, but without the deflecting properties. Scout's down smash would be him shooting the scattergun down at the ground in front of him. And finally, Scout's up smash would be him shooting upwards with any of his guns, whether it's a soda popper, scattergun, babyface launcher, or anything else. Scout's aerials would be him using a mixture of his guns and bat in the air. His forward and backwards aerial could just be him shooting his pistol. His up and down aerial could be the same, or it could just be him using one of his shotguns. The one aerial I could not find out though is his neutral aerial. It's tough to decide Scout's neutral air, but it could probably be him swinging his bat back and forth, similar to how Marth and Roy does it with their swords. And the last thing to talk about for Scout is anything extra to add about him. I couldn't find anything in TF2 or any Valve official animations that could be his throws, but his pummel and grab holding animation could be a bat holding choke position, like he does with the heavy in the Meet the Scout animation. Scout's up taunt and down taunt could be the ones he does when holding a primary and secondary weapon. But for his third taunt, his side taunt, should be a damaging taunt like Luigi and Greninja's, where he holds out his hand and swings a bat, dealing a good amount of damage and knockback if the opponent is hit by it. And finally, Scout's victory theme should be the main theme to TF2, but just redone to match the length of most victory themes are made out to be. Smash Bros. Is one of the biggest crossover fighting games where all the largest and well-known video game characters get together to brawl it out. TF2 is a widely known video game, so great it never gets old. With Scout being the first character in the select screen, and starring as the main character for the well-known animation expiration date, his inclusion for Smash Bros. Feels necessary, with thought put into it. The video was made to show that Scout would be a great addition to Smash Bros., and that he can easily be implemented using traits and abilities he uses in TF2. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next video.